Oh, what is good, Knicks fans? This is Steve here, coming at you with a video on our Summer League Knicks. Tomorrow's a championship game. Hopefully we win. Hopefully you'll all see. You all watch the game. But I'm here to talk about the Summer League Knicks. Donovan Mitchell, we'll talk about another time. It's all about the Knicks, Summer League Knicks right now, because tomorrow we could potentially win those rings. But so let's talk Knicks. Quentin Grimes. This is one of the biggest standout of Knicks players. Biggest standout. Top 5 scorer in the Summer League. He's stand out in Summer League in general. So obviously he's gonna be the biggest standout on the Knicks. 23 points, 24 points if you round it up. 23.5, so 24 points. 4.5 rebounds, so if you want to round up, 5 rebounds. 4.3 assists. He was playmaking and getting those rebounds, so he was doing good for us. 43% from the field, 34% from the 3-point line on 11 attempts. 11 attempts. I wish he had a better number, especially with 11 attempts, but it's still a league average. Around league, 35% is league average, so I would say 34% is still league average. So that's a good sign. So maybe he can get better, especially with more efficient shots and more wide open shots. He will get better, I believe so. And if he keeps playing like this until training camp, he will be the starter, like I said. Now the one knock on him in the Summer League was his free throw shooting. He only shot 68% from the free throw line. Not that many attempts in general, but still shooting 69% from the free throw line. As a good shooter, you would like to see that number be bumped up in general, along with his field goal percentage. But he's taking a lot of shots, so it would be understandable why is that 43%. Still good, still good. Quentin Grimes was the man on both ends. He exerted a lot of energy on both ends and still played up to par. A top 5 scorer in the Summer League, and still put great numbers up while giving us great defense. So I think in a different role, he's gonna be amped up on defense and still be efficient on offense, especially as a starter. Because he's not going to be the one dribbling the ball all the time. He's not going to be one trying to set up his teammates all the time. So maybe those percentages bumps up, and he's much more efficient, and he can put way more emphasis on defense, and it will make him 1,000% better until he gets to that point where we see the potential where he can be a 3-level scorer, be the 4th best player on a team, on the championship team. That's the potential. That's possibly the potential I see for him. He could go higher than that, but right now that's the ceiling I see. The 4th best player on the championship team. That's his ceiling to me. Let's move on to McBride. McBride, second standout. 16.8 points per game. Rounding up, 17 points a game. It's awesome. 5.5 assists a game. Playmaking, so it's rounding up 6 assists a game. That's awesome. Shot 91% from the free throw line. That's the type of thing I want to see from Quentin Grimes. Shooting 91% from the free throw line, but that shows that McBride was aggressive to the basket. As much as I knocked him for not constantly driving that last game, oh my God, that's what I love to see. But that's what that stat shows, that he was driving, even though he wasn't always getting into the paint all the time. He was still driving, being aggressive, and getting to the free throw line. And 52% from the field, awesome. He was efficient, as much as people was knocking him for this Summer League. 52% from the free throw, from the field goal percentage. 34.8% from the 3-point line on 5.8, 6 attempts, and he rounded off 34.8, 35% from the 3-point line. That's efficient. He was efficient. As much as people knocked him for not being aggressive, going to the basket, showing that he can blow past defenders and get that get that second defender to come at him, dumping off and everything, whatever, to the big man or passing out to the 3-point line. It don't matter because he was efficient as heck for us on both ends. Actually, obviously, his defense is second best, probably first best on our team. You can't ask for more from McBride. He actually was doing what he was doing. We just wanted him to experiment a little bit more. That's all it was. He settled a lot for those mid ranges, and you gotta admit, a lot of it was going in. So if he gets more efficient with that shot, it'll probably open up those driving lanes even more. Let's see. But he was really good. But still, obviously, that's the only thing. That's the only knock you can say from his performance in Summer League. That he didn't drive enough to the basket and get those layups that we expect him to do at this point. And it's Summer League defense. It's not NBA defense. That's what we was knocking. That he couldn't get past Summer League defense. And it's gonna be hard against NBA defense to get to the rim. That's all it is. Jericho Sims, 80% from the floor. So efficient. 80%, 11.3 points a game, 10.3 rebounds, a double-double every night, 1.3 blocks a game, getting blocks, altering shots constantly. He is a monster, bro. Don't come near the paint when he's a foot away from you. He will bother your shot or block your shot. That's my takeaway from Jericho Sims. That's what I believe from Jericho Sims. That's all it is. And the only knock on him throughout the whole summer, because I loved him experimenting, put the ball on the floor, passing out if he needed to, but doing spins, laying up with both these guys, adjusting his shot because he can adjust it long enough to lay it up over big men his size or bigger. Like, he was a monster. Only knock on him is his free throw shooting. 31% from the free throw line. If he bumped that up to 50% during the Summer League, he would have had the most perfect Summer League out of all the standouts on the Knicks. To me, by far. I'm sorry. 50% from the free throw line would have made it perfect. Because we know if he was at 50% from the Summer League, he can get better. But from what I see, I think maybe his free throw can't get better. Maybe his jump shot from mid-range can't be there for him later on in his career. Maybe. That's one thing I can see probably, like, I don't know if he can get better. Because the free throw line is an indication of how your jump shot can be. But 31%, I don't know, man. I know he was never a great free throw shooter, even in college. I've heard that. I've heard that before, but, bro, 31%. Even if he was close to 50%, 45%, if he was close to 50%, then I would say, yeah, he can get better at this. His mid-range can get better. But I don't see that in his future. But although I can see him just being a monster in the paint in general. That's what I love to see, though. And my honorable mention is for Ron Hunt. Man, he's a ball of energy. Great defensively. 2.5 steals a game, rounding up. 3 steals a game. That's awesome to see. 11.8 points, again, rounding up. 12 points a game. Awesome. 51%, 0.4% from the field. Efficient from the field. Now, the only knock on him, he showed that he can shoot from the 3. He can. And the only knock on him on 2.5 attempts from the 3-point line, he shot 22%. 22% from the free throw line. Now, if he could bump that up to 31%, 32%, he don't have to be league average to be an effective player for us on the Knicks. Be just the under below average, and he can still be an effective player because once in a while he can knock down that 3 and help us out. Obviously, I want him to get at that 34 mark, 33, 34, 35 mark. I want him to get to that league average, but it takes time with a player like that. He can do everything else besides three, and I'd rather somebody that can play defense, do a lot on the floor, and develop that 3-pointer. If he can do that, he will be a great pickup for us. That we did not know that he can. I mean, these are the 4 guys that we're gonna rely on tomorrow to win us that championship. And Trevor Keels, he had a good game last game, but let's see if he can. The only thing that I see that he can translate to the NBA is his energy and his defense. That's the only thing, but he's not fast enough right now to keep up with the NBA players. So just have him in the G League, have him develop, have him slim down, and he will get his game together. I know he will get right. He will get his game together, and we will see Trevor Keels that's similar to a Marcus Smart down the line. When he's like 22, 23, if he's anything similar to a Marcus Smart, that's a great pickup because his skill set is close to a Marcus Smart. But if he can get there, if he can get slimmer, if he can get the IQ, if he can get his decision making on point, his shot on point, his defense even better, his speed, because he's good with the hand. Right now, he showed that he can get to the paint. Don't got that many moves to do that after he gets to the paint. Don't know what to do that much. I can run that pick and roll sometimes. It's just down the line. He's 18. He's 18 and showing things. Just let him develop in the G League, and we will see if he can get close to that Marcus Smart type of player. And if he can, great pickup. All right, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Let's see the game tomorrow, and let's see if we can win. That's the championship game against Portland. The only team that beat us, a revenge game as well as the championship game. And we can win. I believe we can win. And I think the only thing that stopped us, it was them. It was their defense, their energy, their length that beat us. But it was the tight legs. We wasn't getting back on defense nor offense. We was just missing assignments. Not putting the energy we usually see out of the other 3 games. We did not see the same energy. Hopefully we see it tomorrow. We had a couple days off, and we'll see. So check you next time.